Hey, welcome to Geek Speak. We're glad you tuned in. And what do you want to talk about, brother?
They're doing another live action movie, Disney that is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Pinocchio. Have you seen it? It irritates me when they call something live action and they use computers to generate. Like Pinocchio is a computer generated figure.
Right.
That's one thing. And then another thing, and I'm not trying to start no arguments or anything like that, but you know, when Asian people get upset because a white person's playing an Asian character or vice versa, they're making the blue fairy in this movie an African American woman.
Okay.
Which is, I mean, that's fine. She might be a great actress, but that's not true to the original Disney movie.
Right.
And I know everybody wants to be woke.
Yes.
But why is it that everybody gets to get upset about somebody playing their race, but then we can't get upset because somebody's playing ours?
Well, I mean, you know, in my opinion, there's a small portion of the population, not all, but they're a very vocal portion that feel like, you know, they have to be represented in everything.
Right.
You know, when I watch a show and I watch a story, I just want it to be a good story.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care if there's a bald, blue-eyed, gray-bearded, Caucasian dude in there. You know, I could really care less. You know, I just want a good story. And to be honest with you, some of the better stories I've seen, you know, were totally different than, it's not something I typically would have watched. I was pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
But yeah, I saw the Pinocchio trailer, and I heard the hubbub about the Blue Fairy.
Okay.
And I mean, most of the live action Disney movies have been really bad. I mean, Mulan was terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I love the Mulan animated, and you know, she had to work and struggle, and she had some character growth. Whereas the live action Mulan, she was just, you know, good at everything.
Like, I love the Jungle Book, but when they made King Louie like the size of a freaking skyscraper, like King Kong crap, it just wasn't right.
No. So yeah, I mean, the live action shows really don't appeal to me. You know, the Disney ones.
But they're not live action.
No, there's like computer animation in
right.
There.
No, like 50% or more.
Yeah. So, have you watched any of the Amazon series Vox Machina?
No, I've heard of it, but I haven't.
So it's pretty interesting. There's a group of Dungeons and Dragons players.
Okay.
That started releasing a web series called Critical Role several years ago, and it was basically just a series of them sitting around playing D&D, and they all but they were all voice actors. Mm-hmm. So Vox Machina actually translates to voice machine, so that's what they call their little group, Vox Machina.
Okay.
And so they started a Kickstarter and had an animated version of their gameplay put up, and they were able to get the first 6 episodes made, and Amazon liked it so much, Amazon paid for the rest. I've been watching those, and it's real interesting, and I really enjoy it. It was kind of neat how just some regular geeks got together and played Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
And then they were able to parlay that into you know, making some money, and having fun at the same time. Right? You can't beat that. So yeah, if you haven't seen Vox Machina on Amazon, check it out. So what else you got, brother?
So I'm not a big Game of Thrones fan.
Yeah.
And I know that they're coming out with the House of Dragons.
Yeah.
But now I've heard they're coming out with another spinoff called Snow.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard about that.
So it's going to bring back Jon Snow.
Oh yeah,
and it's going to bring back a lot of main characters, and a lot of people are concerned about it because there's no like material that's actually based off of. HBO's just pulling this crap out of their butt. So it'd be kind of interesting to see how they're going to try to squeeze that cash cow. Usually when people try to do that, they end up making things worse than they actually were. Just kind of leave the...
So is Kit Harington going to be in it?
You know, like the original...
Or is it going to be like a prequel or something?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, you don't know. Well, I mean, I'm sure Kit will be happy to be in it.
Right.
Yeah, he kind of got really depressed whenever the Game of Thrones ended, especially the way it ended. You know, just the last season was terrible. Let's see. Well, I watched the second season of Picard.
Okay.
And I enjoyed the first season of Picard. I thought they give Data a good farewell, and there were some things I had problems with, but for the most part, it was well. Season 2 of Picard was horrible. I mean, it was total trash. I mean, it was, you know, they tried to make the Borg sympathetic. The Borg are only attacking us because they're lonely. And I mean, yeah, it was ridiculous and convoluted, and they tried to time travel to our time to try to save on sets and alternate reality, you know, which it's okay when it's done right. But yeah, Picard. I mean, I'm a Star Trek fan. Picard season 2, man, I couldn't wait to.
I can't see Borg having emotions.
Well, yeah,
they're just adding to their collective. That's their whole deal. It's not like, we're lonely, we need friends, so we're going to make them.
No.
That's not how that would work.
It was bad. Anything else?
I heard also that it was announced during the San Diego Comic-Con that they were going to try yet again to make another Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Dude, stop. They've done, what, 2 different versions now?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the thing is, Marvel got in financial problem years ago, so they sold off some of their properties, and that's why Sony, you know, did Spider-Man and Venom and stuff like that. So Marvel sold off some of their big characters. X-Men, you know, that's another one they sold off. So Fantastic Four was one they sold off, and they just recently got back. So they want to do it and do it right. The other company was making Fantastic Four films because in the contract, they would lose the rights to them at a certain amount of time if they didn't make another film.
Oh.
When they made another film, they got to keep the rights a little longer. And so a lot of that stuff they were cranking out.
Whether it was good or not.
No, yeah, it was just for them to keep the rights to it. So we had a viewer, Movie World of Comics, that commented on something you said in the last Geek Speak. You said She-Hulk was the first character to break the fourth wall.
Right.
And she may be the first Marvel character, but he went back through his massive comic collection, and in a 1947 Flash Comics number 86, there was a character named Johnny Thunder.
Okay.
That actually broke the fourth wall, which had been well before She-Hulk, which was in the 80s. Right. So thank you for keeping us on our toes, Movie World of Comics.
No, that's awesome. I mean, that's what we want is people to comment.
And then I brought some show and tell today.
Okay.
This is a comic recommendation I have. It's called Barbaric. So if you like Conan and you like tongue-in-cheek stuff, it's very good. So it's about Owen the Barbarian.
Owen?
Yes, and he has a witch's curse.
Why?
He has a witch's curse because he has a.
I'm a barbarian.
No, he's tough. He's a tough guy. He's a tough guy. Don't let the name Owen fool you. He may be the toughest Owen that you know. But he's got a witch's curse. He's lived a pretty murderous past, and the witch's curse cursed him to where he has to help anybody that's in need now. He has to do good deeds.
Okay.
And so he has a talking, bloodthirsty axe. And so there's a lot of banter between him and his axe. And, of course, this is a homage to the Barry Windsor Smith cover of Conan. But it's got a couple different series out, like three, 4 issues with each one. But I've got them all so far, and they're really, really good.
Fairly new?
Yeah.
That doesn't look like a classic comic.
Yeah. No. These come out in last year. I think the first one come out last year. So, yeah, definitely check that out. So, you got anything else?
No.
Okay. Well, let's talk about eBay for a second. So, we decided we were going to have an eBay store.
Right.
Because we had a lot of items that wasn't selling at the comic book booth. So what we thought we would do is put them up on eBay. And we had lots of success. As a matter of fact, like the first week, I think we made close to $600. So, which is fantastic. But there's a guy named David in LPH, and him and his wife have a channel called Open by Chance. He happened to have a video the other day about selling on eBay.
Okay.
Because he buys a lot and he sells a lot. So I thought I'd check it out. Well, I discovered something, and that is that the tax laws changed for eBay, which eBay really wasn't clear about, which I'm glad David pointed this out to us, changed from 2021 to 2022. So it used to be that if you sold on eBay and you sold more than $20,000 worth of stuff, then you were considered like an eBay business, and eBay would actually send you a W-2 form. Okay. So you had to claim that as income. So the government stepped in, no fault of eBay's, but the government stepped in and they changed that 20,000 and brought it down to 600. It's not like they took it from 20,000 to 10 or 20,000 to 5. No, we dropped it from 20,000 to 600. So eBay has to send you a W-2 form, and you have to claim that as taxable income if you make anything over than 600. Well, I mean, the majority of eBay is guys like you and me.
Right.
They use it like a garage sale or yard sale.
Yeah.
They throw some stuff, they throw some crap up there, they sell it, and they typically take that money and go buy other crap. So, but you know, with eBay having their fees, which have raised over the years, and then the government wanting to step in because I guess they really need money for all the free stuff they give away. So they're wanting to step in and tax anything over 600. That's ridiculous. You can't make any money off eBay unless, you know, if me and you sold over $20,000 a year.
Right.
And we were already considered an eBay business, and they were sending us W-2s already, then there'd be no issue. But what's going to happen is the little guy, including us, we're not going to sell on eBay. So like we've reached our $600 limit. So I've got a couple things up. We got a couple things up, and then once they're sold, we're done for this year. We may put some more up next year. Of course, they'll probably drop it from $600 to 60 cents.
Yeah. Now the thing is how is that going to affect eBay? You said it's going to affect the little guy, but eBay's a big guy.
Oh yeah. It's going to affect eBay.
It's going to affect them big time too.
Yeah.
I'm wondering why they're not fighting it.
I don't know, because like when you sell, I don't know if you know this, but when you sell at a Comic-Con, that money, it's considered like a yard sale or like a garage sale. So that money doesn't have to be claimed as income. So what's going to happen is people's going to go to Facebook Marketplace, or they're going to go to Mercari or other places that you can sell online.
Until the government decides to hit them too.
Right, but the government will be hard pressed to hit yard sales, but they could hit Comic-Cons. You know, They could hit Comic-Cons. So, so as far as 2 Geeks eBay, it will be on there, but there won't be anything new.
Time only.
Yeah, there won't be anything new sold on there until January. Yep. So, anything else? Did you see? Well, they come out with a new Predator movie called Prey.
Right.
And it's about a Native American tribe. And
it really looks cool.
Yeah, Predator come back. So me and Teresa watched it. That's my wife, and it was really good. I mean, I don't say it's as good as an Arnold Schwarzenegger film, but it's pretty close. It's definitely the best Predator sequel that there's been. And so it was really neat seeing the Native American culture. The action scenes was filmed well. It was a great story. You can see it on Hulu. That's
was
on
all the actors Native American?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if I'd seen one Caucasian guy in there, I would have been pissed. but anyway, but yeah, the Predator. I mean, the Prey was pretty good. Now I'd love if they did another sequel to Prey and had like an ancient Japan, like a Predator comes back and you got Predators versus Samurai, or like a Predator comes back in Old Norse and have Predator versus Vikings. You'd like that, right?
Right.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
You might have started something, or they might have already thought.
Oh man, they need to do that. Yeah, they could take credit for that. Man, just as long as you make it, I'll watch it. So you done, man?
I think I'm done.
All right, we're done.
Boy.